Alright, welcome back everybody. Today I'm in the Austin State Capitol building area. I found a nice bench with some shade. There's the Capitol building over here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit difficult to see. But I'm just going to be doing my own thing today. I'll just show you guys as I go through, as usual, the stock picking process. But not a lot of commentary today. I'm a little bit embarrassed to talk to myself out in public. We'll do day 30%. We're gonna look for lowest performing stocks. I'm gonna check the highs and lows first. The grind never stops. That other one was extremely unstable. Same with this one. We already checked that. I'm not even gonna type that in. GCT Semiconductor. Three years of stock history, great. It's sweaty out here. It's almost probably around 85. Not too bad. But the humidity can be tough. I'm worried about my car. It's like parked in public parking, but with the amount of kids around, there's no way someone's hijacking that car or something. Once again, Molson Coors. Hillenbrand. I mean, is this a temporary movement in their earnings or not? Revenue. So what happened? So the question is, when you see some huge drop like that, is it a recurring or non-recurring expense? Is it tied to the business, or is it just some sort of, outlandish thing that happens to a company. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. At this insane net income value of 0.6 billion, what's their PE ratio? 2.3 divided by this number. It's a PE ratio of 4. Why did net income grow? Oh. Okay, I should be looking at this. 0.05, I'm going to set that as the normal quarterly. 0.2. Alright, so that's a PE of 10, around 10. Because 2.3 over 0.2. 11.5. Okay, so, I mean, could be undervalued, but yeah, the fact is that's probably just about where they should be. So I'm gonna move on. 11 for this stock is pretty reasonable. This is at value because they did grow a little bit over the past 10 years from the quarterly net income standpoint, but then with the instability in recent periods and sort of in general, I don't know, what do they even sell? It's probably a good question. It's nice out here. Processing equipment. I don't like these companies where it's just like a mix of acquisitions and other companies. I mean, it shows that they don't actually have a proper business that I'm buying. So I would not buy this brand ever. Some things you just skip over because you wouldn't buy them because of the nature of the business, not necessarily because of their numbers. Molson Coors, no. Very cyclical. Wow. And they have so many direct competitors because people like their, specific beers, but they are a pretty household brand. What does their revenue say? Yeah, the revenue hasn't moved really. This means that they're definitely losing market share because the beer market is growing. Here, United Global, because they're a global company, beer market. Yeah. If Coors was growing at this rate, then it would make maybe a little bit more sense. But the beer market is definitely growing. I'll say number consumers global data. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, you can pretty much see that there has been growth substantially. So Molson Coors may be losing revenue. I know because Modelo and the other Bud Light are having problems as well. Okay. That's an example of direct competition to an extent. Yeah, I wouldn't invest in this ever. Par Pacific Holdings because of their terrible earnings. Usually if a company has the word holdings in the name, not. Okay. What's the revenue? What do you think of that? Wow. I don't know. This does look interesting. Are they shareholder friendly? Doesn't seem like it that much. Do they pay a dividend? Which is also if they're shareholder friendly. Does not mention a dividend. Does Google mention a dividend? No. Yeah, I mean, how are they going to return shareholder value in the stock? That's what doesn't make sense. I mean, what's their market cap? 1.2? Because they could be growing the brand, which is possible. Definitely possible. What's their normal earnings? 700 million. Yeah. I'm looking for trailing. Times 4 is 0.12. It's like 10. Yeah, I don't know. If you go by this number, 20 million. Definitely looks expensive. 20 times 4 is 80. If you set that as the normal, it's 122 divided by 80 in millions. And that would be the PE ratio. That is not undervalued by any means. Alright. Let's check their book value. I'm going to check liquidation first. This is how you do a liquidation value. First, you get the cash. You don't include the restricted cash because it's restricted. I'm going to do 1.179 or 0.180, rounded up in millions. Then you do a multiplier times the receivables. You do 0.8 times 486 plus 0.66 times 1.258 in millions. Okay, don't include prepaid and other current assets. Alright, and then right now we're at 389. Alright, then you subtract the current liabilities. 1211. And then you add basically all these assets minus all the current assets, which will give you property, plants, and equipment, less depreciation and amortization, as well as all of these. But you don't add them up as they're shown on the balance sheet. You add them up times 20% because you're not going to be able to receive all of this value in the case of a liquidation. You may only receive 20%, and that's what we're saying. So 0.2 times 3.936 minus 1.976. Something's going on with my calculator. Oh, I was doing millions the whole time. What am I thinking? I should be doing 1,211 as the current liabilities plus 0.2 times 3936. No decimal point. That was the problem. Minus 1976. Yeah, so this has a negative liquidation value. Just as a final quip, I'll just calculate the tangible book value. So that's going to be the current assets in billions is 1.976. You're going to add property PP&E, property, plants, and equipment, net of depreciation amortization, which is this number, plus 1.115. And then you're going to subtract current liabilities that are not surplus values but operating assets. So I'm going to do all of these. Then you subtract the long-term debt, which is right here. Okay, we got an answer of 0.826. 800 million as the tangible asset value. That shows about a 1.5 times multiplier, which is pretty low. If we do tangible book value, which is just tangible assets, so basically the current assets plus the property, plants, and equipment plus operating lease right-of-use assets. And then minus liabilities. Total liabilities, 2.671. Alright, and then 1.22 divided by the answer. It's about the same, 1.5 times. That's not necessarily undervalued. If it was less, then maybe we'd have something here, but it's 1.5 times. So unstable, very unstable. What's their current PE? 5. 5 is probably pretty accurate. Alright, the rest do not have even sufficient amounts of volume to look at. I mean, 100,000, 3.4 thousand. I don't invest in stocks with volumes that are, super way below what they should be. It just shows inactivity, which can be bad in times of recessions and such. Oh, I'm so done. Over 2 billion. I'm gonna end this here. I bookmarked this list for a next video. And yeah, I'm gonna check out Airbnb. Could be a possibility.